within 3 minutes of the movie. It's a choice that filmmakers make to show that she's a vainglorious person and that she's a sad, depressed narcissist.
Makes it so interesting, which is that it doesn't have this like synthetically sappy ending to it, where she comes back and it's all love and hugs and kisses, and we're happy that they get to have this mother-son relationship still. It's that this character might be
Right. All my energy into this, and then something bad happens, and you're like, oh my god, how do I cope with them coping with change with her? Maybe she was always a little selfish, but then she withdrew from the family.
That might have bummed me out, or like that might have made me feel a certain type of way. And I think that person is not well versed to a situation that happens to them.
La chute, which is a fall, in French. So, like a fall being in the type.
And it's like almost like she's asking for, and like the.
In 2017, I bought this 512 megabyte iPod Shuffle. My favorite movie of that summer was Edgar Wright's Baby Driver, and nostalgia for the early days of iPods, MP3s, listening to music on a device that wasn't also feeding me Twitter and Instagram garbage hit me hard. I ripped a couple dozen CDs from my local library, started autofilling that iPod Shuffle, and went about my life with an aux cord and a little white stick of my favorite music, untethered from bad service or slow Wi-Fi. Now, that little shuffle is back, safely in the closet, in a box full of nostalgic gadgets. And a few days ago, for no particular reason, I dug out that box again. This is my Canon PowerShot a470, released in 2008 and bought with my allowance in 2009. It's got a 7.1 megapixel CCD sensor, runs on AA batteries, and it has this great little button so you can use your thumb when shooting vertically. I brought it with me to a birthday party last weekend, and for the past couple of days, I can't stop shooting with it. This isn't my only point and shoot. I have a Ricoh GR I bought in college with a much better lens and a big ol' APS-C sensor that went everywhere with me for years. I found this old Olympus in a thrift store with a roll of film still in it. I'm not that dedicated to shooting film. I don't even know if it works. I just think it's cute. But this PowerShot, this digicam, as YouTube and TikTok have dubbed it, I've shot more pictures in the last 3 days than I have in the last 3 months. This has happened before. I often say that my Ricoh is the most important camera I've ever owned, not because it got me the most work, or because it had the best sensor, or let me take pictures that my other cameras couldn't, but because it was always there. I was constantly observing the world around me, looking for photos everywhere I went. Patterns of light, textures on the street, details in scenes. I tried other cameras like my phone and a few decent point and shoots, but the Ricoh won. I wanted something as easy and portable as my phone, but with the best image quality I could find. With my PowerShot, I don't get the luxury of image quality. The super pixelated screen tells me roughly if I've got the right exposure and a general sense of what's in focus. I think shallow depth of field is a bit of a crutch that even the best photographers can lean on from time to time. So the inherent limits of the sensor and the lens don't bother me. I'm back to spotting cool bits of light and prioritizing complex compositions over creamy, bokeh-licious backgrounds. However, it does have a shockingly good macro mode that can focus down to a centimeter. And all the JPEGs need after the fact is a little bit of noise reduction and a curves adjustment. Suddenly, I'm less precious and particular and more haphazard and curious. I'm excited about color, light, texture. I'm keeping my eyes open as I go about my life. I feel like I'm a photographer again. All because I went digging in my closet.